Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Gemini for February 2019. Welcome, Geminis. Hope everything's been good. You should be motoring along quite nicely in the Aquarian energy, fellow air sign. Let's see what messages we've got for you this month. Okay, things moving very fast. Knight of Wands, Knight of Rods. So, fast-moving, fast-paced energy. You like it. It's your opposite sign of Sagittarius. So, a Knight of Wands represents the Sagittarian energy. So, that's a really good thing for you. You go well with them. They're your polar opposite. But, yeah, something's going to change a bit. So, if things have been a bit dull, don't worry. They soon are going to be moving quite quickly. Okay, Gemini, this is where you are right now. The Magician comes in and says, right, you've got all the things you need to do whatever it is you're planning for this year. Very much potential, skills, all the things that you need are there. So don't be sitting there thinking you don't have, or you're not good enough, because you are, and something good's coming in. This is the spirit messenger, so you know it's there in your intuitive self inside saying, yeah, well, come on, just try it. Like anything in life, there are tricks, and there's bumps on the road, and there's speed humps, and there's signs and everything. We negotiate them, but we go with it. So this is good. So if you're feeling ready for something new or waiting for something new, it's definitely coming. And how you got here, the crossing card, and this will affect the whole reading. So just remember juggling, making decisions as well, moving from one sort of, maybe you've got two jobs, moving, you know, putting more priority on the other job, on where you want to go for new sort of avenues in your career. It's excellent, but just keep juggling and doing what you're doing. It's excellent. Keep your eye on the prize as well. So it's all possible for you, even if it might take a little while, as long as you keep that formula the same. Keep those balls juggling in the air. Keep it going. Something's going to manifest from this. The background of the situation. You have the Sun, Gemini. There you go. It's a yes card. It's a fabulous card. It's a healing card, but it's also a card that shines light in and illuminates any weaknesses or worries you may have, with the Sun sitting in the background and crowning and looking over the whole reading. It looks good that whatever you might not know will be illuminated here. Recent influences, we have successful end of a cycle. So this is the World. Very much things wrapping up. So, you know, wrapping this one up so you can, and you're still doing the other one, but, you know, keeping everything moving. It's really good. It's a good sign to have the World, because it means that completion of a cycle. Major card too, so major energy. So 3 major cards crossed by just keep on juggling. The lesson. Temperance, also major card, symbolises the Sagittarian energy once again. So that's 2 you've got in one reading, Gemini. So yeah, but this talks about divine timing. So waiting for the right time to be there, and that's exactly what you have to do. The Sun's even saying it. So just timing is everything. For all that we wish to achieve in our lives, it's got to be right time, or else we'll miss out, and then worry. But you know, this is crucial, that the divine time, not our mad, ridiculous, no time for anything. Everyone says they're time poor, but they don't stop and, you know, just cruise a bit and go, oh, okay, well, I didn't get it this time, but it might get it next time. The timing has to be correct. Near future. Don't give up, you're almost there. You can see the destination in your sights. It's there. So just keep aiming for the goal and the end game. Just keep going. It's there. Yes, you're probably feeling tired. You're probably a bit sick of it. You probably feel like it's not going to ever eventuate, but it is in the near future. So say maybe second week of February, you might start to see that goal is definitely in sight, and going back to the lesson, which is the divine time. So try and slow down a bit for that, Gemini. Sometimes that's more beneficial than sort of being in a hurry. What's happening that you're not realising? Something, a disappointment that was a disappointment in the past. This is what's happening you're not realising, may come around at a different time. So missing out sometimes, and that disappointment is heavy and hard. However, if you don't give up and you just keep, well, I'll try it again later maybe when the time's right, or I'll just keep learning. Maybe I don't have enough, my skills aren't sharp enough for this yet. So, you know, with the Five of Cups, I always think it's something coming back that went away. It could be a person, but mainly I think with this reading for you guys, it's definitely that emotional situation where you were so gutted before, but then there's another opportunity. There's always another opportunity, so don't give up. How others see you. I always like this one, because no matter how we see ourselves, it's how others see us that we really listen to. Yeah, look, it's been a difficult time. Three of Swords, a bit of a heartbreak, a bit of blockages, deep buried, you know, stuff buried deep inside that we like avoiding because we just don't want to think about it. It wasn't a nice time. Things were hard. You didn't get what you felt you deserved. But yeah, people know that this has been an energy around you, whether you have experienced loss recently, Gemini. That's always a process, and it's always hard to keep everything else going in the life when you feel it's such a loss, whether it's a breakup of a relationship or the loss of a loved one. It's always difficult, but it's a process, and we move through it slowly. So other people see you like that, and they understand that it's been big, and they can see, you know, not maybe you haven't been your normal bright self. But things change all the time, Gemini. Positive feelings. And then we have the crossing card of the Six of Swords. So things definitely getting better. Once again, like the Nine of Wands, you can see the outcome. You can see the destination in sight. It's in your sights now. So you can just go, okay, just keep going. Yes, I'm grieving. Yes, I feel sad. But I'm dealing with that heartbreak in my own way, the best I can. But I am moving. It's getting better. Incrementally. Sometimes week by week, sometimes day by day, things can change or we feel better. But that's definitely another positive feeling for you with this reading, to remember. The end is in sight. The hard times are behind you. Future outcome. We have Death. So the card for the Scorpio. So the transformation comes in. So when we have the Death card, it doesn't mean anyone's going to die. You need a certain combination for that, and you know, very rarely does it come up. And as a reader, it isn't your place to talk about that kind of thing. So whenever you hear it in a reading, don't freak out. It just means transformation. Going from a really sad time back up to the top. It's about the wheel. Once again, it comes around. So you know, you have this amazing transformation awaiting for you. And even with the sad times, Gemini, or heartbreak, I guess that's where we learn our strength, actually. So at the time it feels horrible, but you know, when you're through it and you get to transformation with the Scorpio card, you can see, okay, I've learnt so much about how to manage and how to handle these emotions and life, and things that I don't get when I want. Well, I'll just have to wait and be dependent on the divine time. So great things ending at the end of February, going back into water energy, because it will be Pisces time at the end of February. 28th, I think, is the last day of February. It's a short month. But know that, you know, you've really worked hard on yourself, especially on your inner self, about just keeping things balanced, keeping things moving. You know, yes, grieving or being sad, but still knowing that there's a lesson for all of it. The only card I'm going to put a clarification card on is the Five of Cups. The Six of Cups. So there you go, you gravitate very quickly from the 5 to the 6. Reunions, all sorts of things coming, just to remind you the 5 of Cups was that disappointment, someone leaving or some situation leaving, and then you jump to the 6, which sort of says reunions, meeting up with people again, fresh eyes, you know, the hard disappointment sort of been resolved, and then you sort of get back on track emotionally. And give thanks for the fact that, yeah, oh, I learnt something, but oh my gosh, it's that opportunity has come back around for me. Okay, just your final clarification card. Gemini, I hope this has been helpful. It looks really good. You've got lots of big cards here sort of saying, encouraging you to keep going. You're doing a good job. Yeah, things have been difficult, but you're doing well. Destination in sight. So your lesson is your confirmation card. Pure action. Refrain from that which is unskillful or that which harms. Do good and purify your heart. Consciously bring your inner awareness to your actions as you make a commitment not to harm or destroy any life, not to take away things that don't belong to you, and not to use sex in a harmful way to yourself or others. Your actions will become free from old habits, past experiences, and any negative emotions. I know that sounds really sort of quite harsh, Gemini, but the basis of the reason of the meaning of pure action is just, you know, keep going with things. Don't revert to them. We all sometimes, if we don't get what we feel that we deserve, we do sort of, we're human, and we do resort to sort of awful thoughts of revenge and things like that against others, but it's not really the way to go, and we know that, and most of us don't do it, but some of us, if we're really honest, know that we do have that sort of green-eyed monster, or we do sort of feel like, oh, I don't feel like she or he deserved that. So just try and keep that in balance. I believe it's a human trait, and we are all capable of it, but we can sort of manage it and balance it. Okay, Gemini, I hope you've had a lovely month, and I hope you've enjoyed what Atlanta Tarot's had to tell you this month. Thank you.